Welcome again, and we continue with the top stories of the hour. I'm Randolph Jamias. Trade and investment are the main forces for the economic progress and the development of small and medium-sized enterprises, and these are the factors that will boost poverty eradication. This was one of the topics discussed by the heads of ASEAN member states at the ASEAN Leaders and ASEAN Economic Advisory Council meeting. The meeting was held at Chanpa Room of Peace Palace in Phnom Penh on 18 November. President U Thein Sein and heads of ASEAN member states and members of ASEAN Economic Advisory Council attended the meeting. ASEAN alternate chairman, Cambodian Prime Minister Samdech Hun Sen, extended greetings and explained about the functions of ASEAN Economic Advisory Council. The chairman of ASEAN Economic Advisory Council reported on the activities of the council and the suggestions. He also discussed on making annual review on ASEAN competitiveness and the interest of investors in the ASEAN member states. Concerning the reports, heads of ASEAN member states discussed that the establishment of ASEAN Economic Advisory Council clubs and the functions of the council is very essential for drafting economic policies of the ASEAN governments and policy supervisions. In other news, President U Thein Sein attended separate meeting of ASEAN leaders. It was held at Champe Room of Peace Palace in Phnom Penh on 18 November. Also present at the meeting were ASEAN heads of states, ASEAN Secretary General Dr. Surin Pitsuwan, and senior high-ranking officials. Alternate Chairman, Cambodian Prime Minister Mr. Samdech Hun Sen, made an opening speech. They held discussion on South China Sea issue, abolition of nuclear weapon in Korea Peninsula, striving for economic sustainability of ASEAN member nations, matters on natural disaster management, climate change, Rakhine riots, and Millennium Development Goal. Moving on, President U Thein Sein met Malaysian Prime Minister Datuk Seri Muhammad Najib bin Tu Haji Abduzzarak at the call room of Peace Palace in Phnom Penh on 18 November. Present at the call were Union Minister for Foreign Affairs Uwana Mangwin, Union Minister at President's Office Uti Nangteng, Union Minister for National Planning and Economic Development Dr. Kanzo, Deputy Ministers, Myanmar Ambassador to Cambodia, Malaysian Ministers, Malaysian Ambassador to Myanmar, and high-ranking officials. The President and the Malaysian Prime Minister frankly discussed matters on mutual benefits, rendering assistance for development, providing technology in serving the ASEAN chairmanship, and enhancement of economy and investment of the two countries. Moving on, government has recently lifted ban totaling 2,082 out of 6,165 blacklisted people in line with the Constitution, while making political and economic reforms. Accordingly, green light was given to those Myanmar citizens living abroad to return home. Again, on 15 November, the President has granted amnesty to 452 prisoners who have been serving at various prisons according to Section 204A of the Constitution and the Code of Criminal Procedure Section 4011 on humanitarian grounds for turning citizens to help in nation-building tasks, realizing sympathy and goodwill of the state. On 16 November, the President also granted amnesty to 66 prisoners who have been serving at various prisons. Therefore, totaling 518 prisoners were already granted amnesty on 15th and 16th of November. We still have more stories for you. Please don't go away. We'll be back for more.